Today, the Federal Ministry of Transportation, NIMASA, and the National Nigeria Petroleum Corporation were invited for an investigative hearing of a breach relating to the Nigerian content and cabotage laws. Present with the Committee on Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring. Well, the bone of contention is that contracts have been awarded by NNPC to non-Nigerian ship owners, and it violates the Cabotage Act as passed by the National Assembly. According to the executive director in charge of cabotage, NIMASA, it is found that a whole lot of oil companies are all foreign flagged and are given the contracts, while Nigerians flagged vessels do not have the opportunity to operate within the coastal waters, which is the cabotage regime of the Act.
Basically, issues to do with voyages or contracts being awarded by NNPC to non-Nigerian ship owners, and that in itself flaunts or violates the Cabotage Act as passed by this National Assembly. To that effect is the fact that we found that a whole lot of vessels owned by foreign companies, most of them, if not all of them, are all foreign flagged. They are all given the contracts, while Nigerian flagged vessels do not have the opportunity to operate within the coastal waters, which is the cabotage regime of the Act. That's the bone of contention, Mr. Chairman.
According to the executive director, if there is any vessel that is not a Nigerian vessel, it will have to be granted a waiver which will be processed by NIMASA and sent to the minister for approval. Unfortunately, this processed document have been taken and flashed as waivers to either NNPC or whatever the operators are, and they give them the leverage in Nigeria's coastal waters. However, in January 2019, a marine notice was issued to the effect that all the IOCs, NNPC, or any operators should, for any marine logistics, clear with NIMASA to have a certificate of no objection to enable them engage foreign flagged vessels.
We, as NIMASA, we process waivers where there are shortfalls, because sometimes the kind of vessels that may be needed for moving these products may not readily be available in country. Therefore, if there's any vessel that is not a Nigerian flagged vessel, that is a foreign vessel that has to come in to perform that particular act, will have to be granted a waiver, which will be processed by NIMASA and then passed on to the Honorable Minister of Transportation for approval. We can only process, but we don't approve. But what has happened is that they have taken this processed document, when they paid the receipts after processing, and flashed them as waivers to either an NPC or wherever the operators are, and they give them the leverage to operate within our coastal waters. However, there's a marine notice which, as of January 2019, which was issued to the effect that all the IOCs, NNPC, and indeed any operator should, for any marine logistics, should clear with NIMASA to have a letter or certificate of no objection to enable them engage foreign flagged vessels. However, this also has been flaunted most of the time, and that has given rise to why these persons the local operators do not enjoy the patronage of NNPC and indeed some other IOCs and operators within the cabotage regime. But it's a big problem, because the Nigerian ship owners spend money to import their vessels. Only for them to get here, they'll have to pay custom and excise duties. And at the end of the day, they don't get patronized. Meanwhile, foreign vessels come, they charter them for, let me use the word pittance. Come here, pay a paltry $51,000 to NIMASA when they get granted processed waivers. And they go and get the juicy jobs. If you do an extrapolation of what it comes to in a month, you'll be shocked at what they take away in foreign exchange. Meanwhile, the local operators do not have that same opportunity.
But it has been flouted most of the time, and it has given rise to why the local investors don't enjoy the patronage of NNPC and some other IOCs and operators within the cabotage. The hearing was adjourned to 30th November 2021 because documents of waivers from NNPC could not be provided as part of the investigative hearing.